Hello there, my name is Larry Schaefer. I'm owner and winemaker of Tercero Wines. You are getting this email because it is my spring 2016 new product release. So I want to give you a little bit more in-depth information about this instead of having to read my 12-page emails. So the two wines I'm releasing, one of them is a re-release or a new release of one of your favorites, my rosé, and another one is a release for the first time of a completely new style of wine for me. So the first wine is the 2015 Mourvedre Rose. So this, just like my 2013 and 2014, comes from the Vogelzang Vineyard in Happy Canyon, which is about 5 miles east of Los Olivos, where I'm standing right now. The grapes were brought in. I foot stomped them in their picking bins. They then went directly to press after sitting for about an hour, and they were pressed, put into a stainless steel tank, fermented cold for about 3 weeks at a cold temperature slowly, and then I transferred them to older French oak barrels for about 4 months and bottled this thing about 2 weeks ago. You're going to notice that the color is light. It's actually the lightest color rosé I've ever made. That said, the aromatics in this are probably more expressive than any rosé I've ever made, number one. And number two, the wine actually has quite a lot of body and structure to it. So if you've liked the 14, you're going to love this one even more. Do note that I brought in a lot less fruit in 2015 than I did 2014 because of drought conditions and poor fruit set. So I have a lot less of this to go around. So I would buy now, and I'd buy probably a little heavier than you normally do, just to make sure you're going to keep some. The second new wine is called Aberration. So this is a completely new wine for me. And as you can see on both these wines, the new labels as well. So I'm just going to point that out. Aberration is a 100% stainless steel aged red wine. Something you don't normally do. Red wine needs oxygen, little bits of oxygen, to continue to develop, and that's why most red wine is stored in oak barrels. If it's stored in stainless steel, it's generally large stainless steel tanks, and oxygen is pumped in at slow intervals called micro-oxygenation, and then oak staves or oak additives are added to kind of mimic barrel fermentation or barrel aging. That's not what I was trying to do. What I wanted to do was do something entirely different. So I brought the grapes in, I fermented them, pressed them, and I put some of each of these components into stainless steel and into oak. And the idea was over 6 months I was going to try both of them and see how they were developing differently. About a month and a half ago I had an epiphany and I said, you know what, I got to bottle this now. So this is 40% Cinsault, first time working with that variety, 40% Grenache and 20% Mourvedre. It's light, relatively low alcohol, about 13%, possibly a little bit below 13%. And it's a wine that I look upon as being meant to drink in the spring, in the summer, slightly chilled a la Beaujolais Nouveau or a la Gamay. The color, just to show you, is just this beautiful, beautiful color. Very, very vibrant. Again, a brand new wine for me. I call it Aberration because it's not normal in terms of the wines and styles that I normally do. So both these wines I'm really, really excited about. So order now before it's too late, number one. Number two, I made magnums of both of these wines, screw cap magnums, for the very first time. I have about 2 dozen magnums of the rosé available and about 1 dozen magnums of the Aberration available. First come, first serve, and I mean that. So please get your order in soon. Any other questions? Feel free to email me back. Cheers.